Welcome to the Airborne Johnny podcast. First off, I would like to thank everyone who has been supporting me since the beginning of this journey and everyone who has been patiently waiting for this video. First video is just going to be an introduction of myself. I am Johnny. I've been in the Army since 2002 with the 173rd Airborne Brigade, the 82nd Airborne Division, and now the 3rd Cavalry Regiment. I have 4 combat deployments, and what I like to do as a hobby, I like to do jiu-jitsu. That's what I've been doing for the past 2-3 years. So I'll probably be having guests from that gym as well. First I would love to have Coach Frenchie as a guest as well. So if you're watching this, Coach Frenchie, please consider being here as a guest. He actually wrote a book. It's a really good read. It's on Amazon. You can go ahead and order it. It's a really great book, and I love supporting the people around me, because they support me. So Coach Frenchie, I'm sure he has a lot of incredible stories to tell. He's a veteran, so hopefully we'll be seeing him in later videos. Another person I would like to have in my video is Sergeant Vegan. Doc Muir, he's actually a registered nurse. He was a medic with Delta Battery with 173rd. When I was serving there, he is another incredible man. And so if Doc Muir, you're listening to this, whenever I go to California, I'm taking my camera and we're going to do this video together. So keep that in mind and we'll schedule something. Okay, so, but my first guest is going to be Christopher Fabral. He's been a good supporter, and he's actually been telling people, hey, go like the Airborne Johnny page. So he's gotten me a lot of likes, so I appreciate that, and he requested to be a guest. So you will be a first guest here, so have some stories to tell. Okay, so another guest I would like to have is my professor, my jiu-jitsu professor, Professor Felipe. I know he'll come do it. He has a lot. He is from Brazil, and he has a lot of stories to tell as well. He had a long journey, from Brazil, going to Dubai, to New York, and now in Texas, and I'm sure there's a whole bunch of stories in between that I don't know about. So I'll be asking guests about, ghosts, UFOs, conspiracy theories, things like that. So whatever keeps you guys entertained. So if you guys want me to talk about certain things, let me know, and we'll orientate towards that direction. But again, it's all depending on the guests, whoever I have, whatever I want to talk about, their experience, whatever they want to share with us. So we'll see what happens. So I just hope you guys get entertained with this. This is for you guys, for the audience, and something for you guys to be listening to in the car whenever you're going to work or you have a long road trip. Just go on YouTube. Hopefully I'll be on Apple or on Spotify or whatever. So this is just for you guys, and I hope I entertain you guys. That's all I want. I do have stories myself, funny stories, crazy stories, and I have a lot of experience that I can tell you guys, to keep you guys entertained, and a lot of funny stories. So, and many people tell me, start a podcast, you're a funny guy. I don't consider myself a funny guy. I'm not a comedian. It's just I just talk about what I went through, crazy stories that I have. But it is what it is. So if I'm a funny man to you guys, great. I just want to entertain you guys. So I am from California. I'm a first generation Mexican American. My parents did come here to the U.S. illegally, so I don't forget where I come from. I love my heritage, but it's, thankfully, my parents went the right route, and they raised me right, so they did. My parents both worked their asses off, to get me to where I am. So thank you to my mom and dad. So making decisions to come over here, although things were a struggle at first, but it all worked out in the end, and now we can laugh about things. My dad tells me stories when he was in Los Angeles here illegally, You know, so he would tell me he would walk down downtown LA and he would see helicopters on the skies, and him and my mom thought they were searching for them. So whenever they see helicopters, they would run to the store and hide from the helicopters because they were thinking they were being chased by the immigrations. You know, so maybe it just, you know, it's, I think it's crazy back then what these things, you know, and it's funny to me now, you know. So if you guys get offended with this podcast it's probably not for you, you know, because we're gonna talk crazy stories, you know, and you gotta have thick skin, especially nowadays. You know, a lot of people gets all sensitive. This, oh, this offends me, that, or whatever. You know, just have fun, be normal. You know, there's no need, you know, to be offended. Enjoy life. That's all it is. Just enjoy life. So definitely looking forward to this podcast, future videos, and so we'll see where this takes us. Thank you very much. We'll see how this goes.